How's it going, everyone? It is the investing guy here, and yes, I know it's been a while since I've created a video. Life has been crazy, it's been hectic. Finally, I'm back and I'm ready to start creating videos for you guys again, because I am extremely, and I mean extremely motivated to continue with this goal. I think I'm more motivated than ever. So I'm very excited to show you guys how my portfolio is doing. And actually, we had the best month ever last month, the month of August. So I want to share that with you guys in this video. So let's quit talking and let's check it out. Shoo! All right, so last time that we saw my portfolio, this is how much it was worth. This was about a month ago. It was worth about $27,000. My portfolio has grown quite a bit. If you did watch that video, which many people did not, it had 100 views. So anyways, if you did watch it, if you haven't watched it, go check it out. But if you did watch it, probably remember that I said I was waiting for a pretty big bonus from work. I was waiting for a $6,000 bonus, and they finally paid it to me. It was quite irritating because that was literally the bottom. During that time, it was about the bottom. And yeah, that bonus was paid to me when stocks had already kind of peaked. So I did make some mistakes, quite not super costly, but you know, I really wanted to buy at the bottom. I wasn't able to do that. All right, so this is what my portfolio is worth now. $34,000. My goal for the end of the year was $36,000. It looks like I will achieve it. Hopefully we do reach that $36,000 mark by the end of the year. At the beginning of the year, this portfolio was worth, I believe, about $19,000 or $18,000. So we're getting things done here. So there's a few big things, a few big changes that have happened within this portfolio. The first is that I bought 100 shares of Google. That was something that I had been dreaming of for a very long time. And finally, I was able to purchase my 100 shares of Google. And you can see here that I am selling covered calls on it. So that's pretty exciting because I'm making, you know, that weekly income from those 100 shares of Google. So I will share with you guys just exactly how much I made from my options later on in that video. So make sure that you watch the whole thing. The other thing is that I'm actually selling cash secured puts right now on AMC. Pretty excited for that because they do pay pretty nice premium on those cash secured puts. And this one's going quite well. Hopefully we don't get assigned on it. If we do, it's okay. We just sell a covered call on it and we make money on it that way. So either things go down and we make money, or things go up and we also make money. So that's one thing why that's one reason why I really like the wheel strategy, and moving on with this portfolio that is going to be the main focus, while always adding a little bit more into my dividend stocks. That pretty much catches you guys up with my portfolio, what's been happening in my portfolio. Now let's check out what's been going on with my dividends. So we are looking for the month of August. Don't worry, I'll catch you guys up on September, but August was a great month for us. Like I said, the best month so far in terms of collecting dividends and collecting options premium. So that's quite exciting to just see the portfolio progress the way that it should. All right, so here we have the QYLD that paid us $14.19. It's quite depressing with QYLD because their dividends just keep getting smaller and smaller each month. Even though I do keep adding little bits here and there, I add maybe 2-3 shares of QYLD every single month, and instead of the dividend growing, it's actually getting smaller, even though I am still growing the size of my QYLD. So that's quite depressing to see that there. Same story with RYLD, but you know, I do think that right now is the perfect time to buy QYLD. I kind of have learned a few things. I think this is one of the biggest lessons that I've learned with QYLD, is that really don't buy it when it's high. I've noticed that if we just look at the, let's go ahead and check out here, QYLD, it kind of has a similar pattern to me, right? It goes down and then it goes back up. I think these times when it goes down, obviously it sounds simple, but I think those are the best times, or the only times when a person should buy QYLD. My mistake was that I was buying all throughout here, right? All this right here, that's when I was buying QYLD. But you know, now in hindsight, it's okay because I've kind of realized that I think the perfect time to buy QYLD is around here. And then I do plan to sell my QYLD when it reaches, hopefully if it reaches anywhere around the $21 mark, then I will sell my QYLD and just wait for another dip. And then again, that's when I would make a sizable acquisition of QYLD. But anyways, here are the other dividends. There's a big dividend from StarBucks, which is one of the companies that we hold 100 shares of. So I do sell covered calls on StarBucks. So I collect premium from the covered calls, and I also collect the dividends, which is quite nice to see. That's another reason why I want to focus on getting 100 shares of companies one at a time. I do have a few companies that I am going to focus on, or ETFs in this matter. I know that my portfolio is low on ETFs, so I want to focus a little bit more on some ETFs that are nice and safe and will give my portfolio that good balance that it does need. So we have a ton more dividends here that we got. I went ahead and I added it for you guys, and the total for our dividends was $95.58, which was the biggest month in terms of dividends. I do think that's obviously because of Starbucks. Starbucks paid us almost more than half of that actually. So Starbucks was the main reason why we got such a big dividend this month. All right, so for our options premium, again, we got our highest month so far in terms of options, and this is pretty much all because of Google. This was the first month. Towards the end of the month, we did acquire our 100 shares of Google. So we were able to, I believe, collect 2 option premiums on that. One for 80 and one for 40. 40 was the one that we got assigned for. That was kind of the mistake that I did there. So this one here was pretty much the big mistake that I made with Google. You can see that we got assigned at $120 with 50 cents. So that's quite high, right? Pretty much what happened was that this was supposed to be a one-day trade. It was supposed to be only for that Friday. But that Friday actually turned out to be super volatile. This was one of those days where the market just dropped like crazy, right? So I thought that it was going to be a safe play, but I actually ended up getting assigned with Google. So we're already down quite a bit on our Google position, but it's okay. Because I plan on holding this for quite a while, and I'll just continue collecting premiums until we bring our cost average down to a more reasonable price. I think right now we are down to about $117,000 that we've put in out of our money after all the collections that we've made from our options premium. So that's already dropping quite a bit. Again, I don't sweat it. I plan on holding this for many, many years. So, you know, $1,000 down, $1,000, 500 is not that much with the long-term potential that Google has and the long-term mindset that I have with Google. I really don't mind it that we're down 1,500. Would it have been nicer to purchase this at a lower price? Obviously, you know, but that's a lesson learned for me, where I really don't want to. I want to stay away from those, you know, one-day calls, this and that. Especially when the market is at really high place, because this was at a place when everyone was very euphoric and it looked like everything was going to continue going up. In terms of options premium, we did make a total of $225, which was the biggest single month that we've made from options premium. So again, our dividends are growing, our premiums are growing, and hopefully they continue to grow. In total, this portfolio made me $320 just from dividends and options, so not including how much it has grown or gone down. But just from dividends and options, it made us $320 with 51 cents. Again, a goal for me was $500. It is 500. It's still that mark in my head. So I'm very, very excited to finally one day reach that $500 mark for a month. That would be completely awesome. And I'd be super, super stoked for that to happen. All right. So what stocks am I looking at right now? I've got a few stocks actually. Right now, I'm dabbling with AMC. So that one's a little risky, but I do like the premiums that I'm getting. So I'm playing it quite safe with AMC until I collect enough premiums to be a little bit more risky with it. That way it gives me a little bit of leeway. But right now I'm playing it quite safe with AMC, but I am I am liking the premiums that AMC has to offer, even if you play it quite safe, right? The next one that I'm focusing on is Discover. I do like Discover. I think that they offer a great product. So yeah, I like the fact that they offer a nice dividend that has been increasing, and they actually offer a higher dividend than MasterCard or Visa. So I also like that there, that it has a higher starting dividend yield. So yeah, Discover's another one that I'm slowly adding, and hopefully we reach 100 in the near future. And another one that I am focusing on quite heavy right now is the iShares Core Dividend Growth ETF. So this one focuses on those companies that are growing but also pay a nice little dividend. So these are not your dividend aristocrats, stuff like that. These are those companies that are growing, that have been growing their dividend quite a bit. And their stock has also been growing at a nice pace. So you get the best of both worlds. You get a dividend and you also get growth. This is what this ETF follows, right? So I do want to go ahead and purchase more ETFs in my portfolio, because I know that I am ETF low on my portfolio, and I do want to hold more ETFs, kind of give the job a little bit more to the professionals. And then obviously I do want to, the goal here is to eventually sell covered calls on DGRO. So that's going to be one of my next covered calls that I do. Now the downside of this one is that you can only sell monthly covered calls, but that's okay. I'm kind of thinking of it as a monthly dividend payment with this one. All right, guys, that's going to be it for today's video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. I know that it was a long video, but I did have a ton of information that I wanted to share with you guys. If you guys do appreciate this content, guys, do me a huge favor and smash that like button down below. If you haven't yet subscribed, what are you waiting for, guys? Help my channel out and smash that subscribe. Like I like to say, let's go to the moon together, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.